for joining us at Barbecue Rub Guy TV. Today we're making bitchin' burnt ends. A lot of people think about doing a point brisket or doing pork belly. What I like to do is chuck roast. It's simple, you can find it everywhere, and I think it makes the absolute best burnt ends anywhere. So what I do is I'm feeding a few people, so I'm gonna do 2 chuck roasts, about 3 to 4 pounds each. So what we gotta do is we gotta prep them, we gotta rub them, we gotta smoke them, and then we gotta sauce them up real good. So in order to prep them, real easy. Take them out of the package, pat them dry. You want a nice canvas where you're gonna put your liberal rub on there. Today, we're gonna be using our Gentleman's Rubs T-Boner. So I'm gonna start rubbing it pretty high, get real full coverage all over. Then I wanna make sure that I get it on both sides. Do not skimp on the rub. You're gonna be smoking this on 225 degree smoke until it gets to an internal temperature of about 195 to 200 degrees. After they come off, that's where a lot of the real magic is gonna happen. All right, so we're outside, we're at the smoker, it's rolling on 225, and I've got those 2 beautiful chuck roasts that have been rubbed and they've sat up for about 30 minutes just to get that rub penetrated into the meat. So now it's time to throw them on. And that's where they'll rest to an internal temperature of 195 to 200 degrees. All right, well, we just pulled off these beautiful chuck roasts off of the smoker right around an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Now, what we're trying to get to at the end of this cook is about 195 to 200. Well, once it hits 165, we pull it and we wrap it in butcher paper. You can also do this with aluminum foil. Pretty simple to do. Wrap it up. And then back on the smoker it goes. All right, guys, so we pulled off this amazing looking chuck roast about 20 minutes ago. It was an internal temperature of right around 200 degrees. We unwrapped it from the butcher paper and let it sit. Next thing we've got to do is cut this beautiful roast into 1-inch cubes. So as you're getting ready to cut the 1-inch cubes, look at this gorgeous bark. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to cut through the meat at about 1 inch. The reason you're doing this is because you want to be able to get all of the next step, the saucy, delicious goodness on every piece. So when we get it ready for smoke, it's going to be absolutely perfect. All right, so now we've got our 1-inch cubes of absolute deliciousness, and we got to move into the 4th and final step. That's saucing them up where they're nothing but delicious. So we're going to grab about a half a cup of our favorite barbecue sauce, and we're going to put it all over these cubes. Next, we're going to take another 1/4 to a half a cup of light brown sugar. This is where it's going to allow all that great caramelization to happen. And then finally, we got to douse it with the T-Boner. This is going to give it that spicy, salty, black pepper and garlicky finish that we're looking for. Now I'm going to get my hands dirty because this is the fun part of barbecue. Get all of that goodness on all of those cubes of meat. It's just going to be absolutely delicious. Now we're going to hit these beautiful cubes back on the smoke for another 1.5 hours, and you're going to know what it's going to be like to get some bitchin' burnt ends. All right, so these beautiful babies are going to sleep in here for the next 1.5 hours. So all in, that total cook took us about 8 hours. But seriously, there is no better looking barbecue than burnt ends. Guys, thanks so much for joining us at Barbecue Rub Guy TV. Please make sure you subscribe, you ring that little bell for notifications and updates, and visit us at gentleman'srubs.com.